And our other top story tonight is the battle over congressional redistricting in North Carolina. 3 federal judges ruled the state must redraw 2 districts by Friday. WNCN's political reporter Bo Minnick was at that hearing today where lawmakers heard from the public. And Bo, what was said?
Sean and Sharon, by redrawing those congressional districts, it would mean new ballots would be needed before the March 15th primary. Lawmakers are seeking a delay in this case, but others spoke during today's hearing saying the districts, they need to change now.
These maps aggressively segregate voters.
3 federal judges say North Carolina lawmakers used race as a predominant factor when they drew the lines for 2 congressional districts. Now the Republican-led General Assembly is under a court order, redraw the lines by Friday.
There's a great deal of stress in this legislative building. There's a great deal of stress across the state. There are people that have cast their vote for Congress that they now don't know if it's going to count.
So far, more than 1,500 people statewide have returned absentee ballots. Lawmakers held a public hearing at 6 locations across the state, including Raleigh, getting feedback on the redistricting situation.
The chaos and costliness, the responsibility for that falls directly on this body.
The areas that need to be changed are congressional districts 1 and 12. 12 is out toward Winston-Salem. 1 covers a wide area, including spots east of Wilson all the way to parts of Durham. Democratic State Senator Mike Woodard represents Durham.
My neighbors who live across the street from me don't have much in common in issues with folks who live in Pasquotank County, for instance.
The state Republican Party offered a solution to the question of how to draw the lines.
These districts should be drawn completely on a colorblind, race-neutral process with no considerations of race.
But several Democratic senators we spoke with say not considering race would be inconsistent with the Voting Rights Act.
I think to ignore the racial component of this is to ignore 200 years of history.
State lawmakers are seeking a delay from the U.S. Supreme Court on the order to redraw the districts. The plaintiffs have until 3 o'clock tomorrow to respond. So what is the impact from this weekend's death of Justice Antonin Scalia? Ahead at 7, we're going to take a closer look at that. Sean?